Morning Year 4 and welcome to Monday morning's maths lesson. Now your learning objective today is to use the diamond method to halve. Now we've looked at the diamond method since being in Year 3 but I thought I would do a quick video just to remind you about how to use it as a technique for halving. So the first thing that I thought we'd better have a look at are these tricky halves. Now some of you find these a little bit difficult to remember but you are going to need to use these to be able to work out more complicated halves. So if you're finding these a little bit tricky, then perhaps you want to make a note of these to help you. Okay, so we know that half of 30 is 15. And what we can do then, we can use that knowledge to be able to work out, for instance, half of 300. So if half of 30 is 15, then half of 300, we just add the 0, is 150. If I know that half of 50 is 25, then half of 500, just add the 0, is 250. And if I know that half of 70 is 35, then I know that half of 700 must be 350. And finally, if I know that half of 90 is 45, then half of 900 is 450. And you're going to really need to use this knowledge today to help you with the diamond method. So let's get started. So I've just got an example of some of the questions that you might see on the 2 chili challenge and then moving on to the 3 chili challenge. So if you're looking at doing the 1 or the 2 chili challenge, you're going to be looking first of all at numbers such as, for instance, 168. So the first thing that you need to do when you're thinking about the diamond method is you need to partition these numbers into what they're worth in terms of hundreds, tens and units. So I know that the 1 there is not actually worth 1, it is worth 100. And in the number 168, I know that the 6 is 6 tens, so it's worth 60. And that this is 8 ones or 8 units, so it's just worth 8. Okay, it's really important that you present your work nice and neatly so that you don't get in a pickle as you're working through these sums. So the first thing that I need to do after I have partitioned the numbers is I now need to halve them. Well, I know that half of 100 is 50, so the next prong of my diamond. I know that half of 60 is 30. And I know that half of 8 is 4. So I'm left with the numbers 50, 30 and 4. And all I need to do now is I need to combine them by adding them all together. So 50 add the 30 is 80, plus the 4 is 84. Okay, so half of 168 is 84. Okay, so the next one now I've got 742. So the first thing I need to do again is I need to partition it into hundreds, tens and units. Okay, so perhaps you might want to get a piece of paper and a pen and work through this together with me. Okay, so the 7 is actually worth 700. The 4 is 4 tens, so it's 40. And the 2 is 2 units or 2 ones, so it's just 2. So I've partitioned it into 742. So I now need to look at the largest number, which is the hundreds column, and I need to halve 700. Well, we said earlier that half of 70 is 35, so half of 700 is 350. And then nice and easy in the centre then I've got 40. Half of 40 is 20. And half of 2 is 1. Then I just need to add them all together. 350 plus the 20 is 370, plus the 1 is 371. So my answer to half of 742 is 371. So if you were doing the 1 or the 2 chili challenge, I suggest you pause it now and have a go of those activities, and we will post the answers for you tomorrow. Sorry, I think I must be boring Chester. He's gone off to sleep in the background there. Don't think he's too interested in halving numbers. But if you're doing the 3 chili challenge, then keep on watching. For the 3 chili challenge, you are going to be looking the same as these in terms of 3-digit numbers, but you're also going to be progressing to 4-digit numbers and 5-digit numbers as well. So it's exactly the same method, but now you've got a new place value column, because instead of hundreds, tens and units, you've now also got thousands. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to partition the number 5,746 into its thousands, its hundreds, its tens, and its units. Okay, so I'm going to do that first. So the 5 is worth 5,000. The 7 is worth 700, the 4 is worth 40, and the 6 is worth 6. You can see I've partitioned it there. So the next thing I need to do now is I need to halve that 5,000. Well, if I know that half of 50 is 25, half of 500 is 250, so half of 5,000 must be 2,500. We said earlier already that half of 700 is 350. Half of 40 is 20, and half of 6 is 3. Now all we need to do is we need to combine them now all together by adding them all up to find the answer to this calculation. So I would do 2,500 plus the 300 is 2,800, plus the 50 is 2,850, 2,870, 2,873. Okay, so what might happen as you go along to the harder calculations is you might struggle to add these up mentally, so you might need to use column addition to be able to add all the separate parts there before combining it to solve the calculation. Okay, so good luck, enjoy the diamond method, and we look forward to finding out how you found this activity. Okay, so hwyl fawr blwyddyn pedwar, enjoy today's maths.